Are we live?
I think so.
Are we live?
I've been ready. I've been excited to build this.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another LEGO live stream, and welcome to a brand new thumbnail.
You kind of. It's the way that we get ready to go for a walk with Hilo.
Yeah. Are we
he's
live?
He's like acting good. I didn't want to alert him, but are you ready? Are you ready to go? Are you? Yeah, I'm ready to build.
I don't think you're ready.
I've been wanting to build more of this all week.
Yeah, it doesn't look like much right now, but it's getting there. Got this little random cable thing. That's fun.
It's a little engine, yeah. Oh, I just realized. I wonder if this little red cable is supposed to be when Grogu goes into that little hole and he
And he
electrocutes
has to cut the
himself.
cable. That's adorable. I like that. What's up, chat? Hi, Stuart. Hi, Griff. Hi, Gio. Hi, Andy. Hi, Maddie. Hi, Dan. Will's Toy Clearance. Lightspeed Bear. Hello, hello, hello. Oh.
If anything happens, if the stream suddenly stops, it is storming off and on here.
It seems like it's
seems like
over,
it's died down.
But like, I've been seeing like Dad's Garage canceled their show tonight, which sucks because our friend was gonna be in it. But like
Thursday night show? Oh yeah, they do Thursday night shows.
Office Space or whatever that one is called.
Was Cole gonna be in it?
Yeah, Cole was gonna be in it.
Oh man.
But yeah, we had like a crazy hour of weather. Like there was a tornado watch, a thunderstorm warning, and at one point the wind blew so hard that we literally felt our house shake from just wind.
I had to get up and I came into your office and was like, do you feel that or am I crazy?
I was like in my like makeup chair doing my makeup and stuff, and I thought Hilo had like bumped my chair, but no, the house was just moving because of wind, and that was scary. But yeah, what's up, everybody? Oh, hi, Jill.
Oh.
Jill gets a shout out in the Q&A this week.
Is it a shout out or do you shout at her?
She'll have to watch to find out. Vincent asked, is it true that gingers steal your soul? I mean...
They steal your heart.
Cheers. I don't know. You have to stick around and find out.
This has all been a ploy, this whole channel. If you watch us enough, you will lose your soul.
Yeah. Hello,
Pippin's here.
Pippin.
Come on in, Pippin. Don't just stand there.
We might get a surprise. A live surprise. This never happens. Hi.
It's happened before, but it's rare.
Hello,
especially
sir.
lately, yeah. Well, hello.
Now he's gonna pick whose lap he wants to be in, or if he wants to mess with Hilo.
No, he's probably gonna throw some Legos off of the table and then leave. That'd be my guess. But it's still so exciting.
Now Hilo's like, wait a second. Oh.
Yeah, Hilo, you're in like every live stream, so people don't get as excited for you. But Pippin is so withholding.
Hi, Pippin.
Pippin's even blocking Hilo from view. Hilo's like, I want to be on the camera. I guess we'll just let that happen. Guess you're just gonna stand there for the rest of the thing.
Yeah, he looks like he's trying to decide what he wants to do.
Yeah, he's like, what can I mess up?
How do I get in your lap? Come here. You want in my lap, Pippin? It has been storming, so Pippin has been not feeling great about that. He hates thunderstorms. Hilo just barks at them because the thunder's loud. Pippin, don't leave. No.
He's like, no, I'm gonna.
You could just sit.
Come here.
Oh
no.
Oh, man. Well, it was nice while it lasted.
Still, what a blessing.
All right, let's get into some super chats here. Ryan Lee has the first super chat of the night. Thank you, Ryan. High Republic movie or TV show? I don't know if this is posed as like a would you want this or
Would you
this?
rather,
Or because I want
both.
I want lots of High Republic stuff to happen.
Well, we're getting a High Republic show. 2, actually. We're getting one this year that I keep kind of forgetting about. But we got the preschooler show coming this year, and then we got the big boy, the big boy and girl show next year for the Acolyte.
Yeah.
So we're getting High Republic shows. Movie would be cool. I really like the aesthetic of the era. And, we've been talking about for a long time, maybe the next movie will jump way back into time. Maybe we do some Old Republic stuff. But if the High Republic continues to go well, maybe we'll see the High Republic on the big screen sooner rather than later.
Yeah. I would like to... I don't know which one I would want more, a show or a movie. I guess because we're getting a show already, kind of. I'll say movie. But I also want an Old Republic movie. We were kind of talking about this over lunch today.
Well, I think Old Republic makes sense for a film, a set of films, because that has been a term that's been around for a long, long time. I think even more casual Star Wars fans would hear that and be like, oh, I kind of know what that is. High Republic, less so. It just doesn't have as much name recognition, brand recognition yet.
Yeah. I'm excited for it to be more and more part of the mainstream Star Wars. We're slowly kind of building up to that.
And that's having the Acolyte introduce the era to the live action audience on the small screen is a good way to test to see if they would like it on the big screen.
Yeah. Dark RBLX says, I want an Old Republic movie. It would make Disney so much money. You would think.
I really think it would.
Yeah. You would think that, the amount of hype behind any Old Republic project, really, a show, a movie, as long as it's kind of like live action, I think, fans would go crazy for that.
I really think they would.
I think it'll happen.
Probably. It makes sense. Like, you can just go back to a time where it's lots of Jedi, lots of Sith. I think as long as even the most casual Star Wars fan saw a lightsaber, they'd be like, cool. There's lots of them, lots of red ones.
That was kind of the rumors for what's his name that did Game of Thrones.
Benioff and Weiss.
Yeah, for his Star Wars project that was going to be Old Republic, just because it kind of
it made
fits
sense
with his style from Game of Thrones. So yeah, I would like that. Oh, we just got a bunch more super chats. Thank you guys. Darth Nicholas has the next one here. Why do you think the Bad Batch resorted to using stun on clone troopers, parentheses, regs, and even TK troopers towards the end of Season 1 and during the first 2 episodes of Season 2, despite having no qualms about killing regs earlier in Season 1?
Well, didn't they make that a plot point in Season 1? Basically,
yeah, I think it was when their chips went off and they realized, like, oh, this could happen to anybody. We shouldn't be killing our brothers because these chips caused them to be like this.
Yeah. I mean, they know that the clones are not under their own control, their own actions. So they're not going to just go around killing them indiscriminately. It's just like Ahsoka. Like, Rex wanted to go out guns blazing at the end of Siege of Mandalore, and she was like, no, we can't. Like, they're our friends, and they're not themselves.
Right.
Even though the regs don't treat the Bad Batch very well, I think they know, like, we can't just go murder them all. And let's be honest, like, Wrecker would murder them all. So it makes complete sense to me why they would use stun there. On TK Troopers, I don't really remember. I guess it was just on Darrow in that one episode that they fought TK Troopers. maybe they were just like, we don't know fully what's going on here. We just see a bunch of white armor. So we'll just play it safe and use stun.
Yeah.
But also it's a kid's show and they're the heroes. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think I loved that as a plot point for the first season where they just realize, like, oh yeah, this literally happened to us and we were lucky enough to get our chips out, but yeah, they want to kill everybody that they come across that's a clone.
And like, they have definitely shot down V-Wings before, and I'm like, that clone is not walking away from that.
Oh yeah.
But I think it's just, if we can avoid it, we're not going to kill everyone we see.
If we're talking like an air fight, a space fight in ships,
There's no
then,
stun.
Yeah,
there's ion cannons, I guess.
But that's gonna take the ship out. I did bring this up. Maybe it was last week when we were filming the Q&A, but I was like, because we've seen so much stun action going on, I wonder why we never see any stun technology but bigger scale. Like, could you stun 100 people at once? Like, why doesn't that technology exist in Star Wars? It would be kind of a cop-out way of, like, dealing with things. I understand that side of it, but I just wondered if stun technology had been advanced in any way.
Because I guess they don't really want to advance stun technology because the only people who use them are the Bad Batch. They're like, only 4 people in the entire galaxy use stun, so we won't bother.
What's the stun star?
The stun star? I don't know.
A couple people in chat said the stun star.
That's something I do not know about.
Yeah, a rebellion Death Star. We don't want to kill a whole planet. We just want to stun them.
We just want to stun everyone on it.
Yeah, I don't think that would work, but stunning idea. Thank you, Tin Man.
Stunning.
Stunning. Oh, stunning.
Okay, they've had me multiple times do, like, it's kind of hard to get to, but
Pippin's coming back. Patrick Foley, thanks for the next super chat. Here's my prediction. Cody will die and it will lead Rex to his breaking point. Rex will lose the will to keep fighting and retire. Oh.
We kind of talked about that last night too. Hey Pippin, what do you think?
He's like, I want in that lap.
Come on.
You want in my lap? Come here. Come here. He's just gonna flash the camera. Come here.
I don't think that just the death of Cody would ruin Rex that much. I'm expecting something even worse. I think Cody's gonna die, and I'm afraid a lot of other clones are gonna die too. I think it's gonna be worse than just Cody.
I've been chosen.
Look at you. Oh.
Now I have to figure out a way to sit with him in my lap.
What a handsome man. Oh.
Just stealing the show.
We rewatched the Lord of the Rings trilogy over the holiday break, and every time Pippin did something mischievous or talked about how much he loved food, I was like, yep, that's why we named you Pippin.
What were we talking about before?
Rex and Cody.
Oh, right. Yes. Hold on. What? Rex and Cody.
Yeah.
We did talk about that in the live stream last night a little bit. I don't know if Cody's gonna die. I think he probably will, but I'm really bummed about that.
I kind of think he will too. And I'm also bummed about it.
And yeah, something is gonna make Rex realize that he can't be part of this fight anymore. But we also talked about the possibility of there being like a little clone rebellion. And then, like, obviously that's not something the clones will win, which is sad to think about, but them realizing, like Rex realizing that he can't win a fight like that might end up with him realizing, like, okay, we just got to get out of here.
Yeah, if he tries to help all the clones and winds up, like, making things way worse, then that might send him out of the fight. I can see that more. But Cody, like, I feel like Rex has been through so much loss already that he and Cody were not as close as, like, he and Fives were, or Echo. I feel like Rex has been through worse.
Yeah. Oh, Andy was in the chat earlier and said he liked my shirt. Hi, Andy, if you're still here.
That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll find out. Like, oh, Hilo's barking at nothing. Oh, no!
Oh, Hilo, you ruined it. He's just jealous.
Oh. He's just in our bed right now, barking at literally nothing. It's not even thundering.
Probably heard a car door outside.
Oh, Andy's still here. Hi, Andy.
Hey, Andy.
Shayless Darkly, thanks for the next super chat, just says R.I.P. Razor Crest. Oh.
We're rebuilding it. This is...
It can be rebuilt.
Yeah. I collected all the pieces. I'm going to put it back together.
Mm-hmm. Although I did say that if, for whatever tragic reason, this set got dropped, we could just leave it that way.
That sounded like a vague threat.
It's not.
I just want you to know that.
I wouldn't do that with a UCS set.
If something terrible were to happen to it.
Hilo. Oh wait, I think I missed a super chat that was just a sticker. Let me scroll and see if I can bring it up. But while I do that, someone in chat asked, what did we do before YouTube? I worked a couple of different jobs, but okay, it was Bradshaw's Studio sent a super chat with a little sticker. Thank you. I worked at a couple different jobs, but my last job was working in a camera repair shop.
My last several jobs were all in online marketing, digital marketing. And I worked at like 3 different... I'm gonna go. Make sure he's okay.
Goodness. He's not. He's like, help, I'm distressed. Come play with me. Let's see. Isaac's has the next super chat here. Thank you, Isaac. Star Wars has always prefaced itself as being set a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. What do you think is happening in the galaxy today? Did you hear that question?
What is happening in the galaxy today?
Yeah, if what we're seeing is a long time ago.
Yeah.
What's going on today? Hi. Oh.
I'm gonna assume basically the same stuff.
Oh.
Emperor Palpatine came back again.
It's history repeats itself.
He's like the clown, like every 42 years or whatever. He resurfaces, causes a bunch of chaos. He has to be beaten.
Yeah, I like that idea.
But, I mean...
Or it's like in the end of Battlestar Galactica when they just have to like go back to basically being a caveman.
Yeah. I guess I think that Star Wars, the running joke is that the technology never really evolves. I mean, if you look at KOTOR 4,000 years in the past, it's basically the same stuff. So I just like to think nothing ever really changes technologically. Hopefully they do finally beat the Sith for good, but there's always going to be some new enemy.
Yeah. What's up, Johnny C? Books and comics. They said, I was watching the Expanse and lost track of time. I'm here now.
That's a worthwhile thing to be doing, though. Great show.
That is a cool show. I didn't love it at first, and then I didn't really keep up with it as much as you did, but I think I did watch most of
You saw quite a bit of it.
the show, and like almost all of the last season was really good.
It starts slow. It took me like 3 tries to get through the first few episodes, but then once the whole story kicks into gear, it never stops.
Yeah. Tony White has the next one here. Do you think Cody really went AWOL, or did Rampart kill him or imprison him? Ooh, he killed Wilco for disagreeing, and he has no love for clones.
I think he's really AWOL.
That's hard to think about. But, like, yeah, I wouldn't see Cody getting killed off screen.
I don't think Rampart would be coy about that. I don't think he'd be all, oh, he just went missing. No, I think he'd be like, Cody was acting shifty, so I shot him, or like we had him executed or something. That's what I think Rampart would tell Crosshair. I think Rampart seemed genuinely annoyed that like another clone has disappeared, and he's just, I don't like these clones. So no, I think Cody is still out there. It just, if he got an off-screen death, that would be upsetting.
Oh, yeah. I agree. Oh my goodness. We just got a very generous super chat from Benjamin GL. Thank you,
shit.
Benjamin.
Oh, thank you, Benjamin. Sorry.
I'll go ahead and read that one. The WoW alien signal was received in 1977. I wanted the last shot of the sequel trilogy to be a young George Lucas receiving that signal and getting asked by his boss, where did it come from? And he responds, from a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
the
well
WoW
done.
signal, the WoW alien signal. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Is that a thing?
Yeah. I don't know exactly what it is. I feel like they talked about it in the X-Files.
Oh.
It's one of the things Mulder brings up.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. I love that. Thank you, Benjamin.
Yeah, thank you so much, Benjamin.
Yeah, I think George Lucas is the only one that could answer the question of what's happening in the galaxy now versus a long time ago in a galaxy.
I honestly think he would be like, I don't know, and I don't care. Like,
yeah, he'd be like, stop asking me questions about Star Wars.
well, more, he just meant for that to. He originally envisioned Star Wars to literally be in our future, and then as he was writing it, he's like, I don't want this to be constrained by the real world or our history or real physics or anything like that. He wanted it to be a fantasy.
Yeah.
And so he wanted that to just be his version of now I can't, Once Upon a Time. I was like, I can't think of the real fairy tale thing now.
This is all we know now.
Yeah. So yeah, all he wanted that to be was his version of Once Upon a Time, just proof that, like, hey, this is a fairy tale. That's what we're getting into, and that's what you should expect.
Oh, okay. I did see someone talk about the WoW signal from being in X-Files, but Benjamin GL also says, WoW signal is a very famous signal that the world went crazy about when we received it and thought it was aliens. Turns out it was probably a supernova.
Oh.
Goodness. That's crazy.
I wish
Why
it
did
were
they call it
aliens.
the WoW signal?
Because everyone went, wow.
Wow.
Wow. Maybe it was received on the day Owen Wilson was born.
Yeah.
Wow.
Brian Christians, thanks for the next super chat. Greetings from France. Hello.
Wow.
Or bonjour. Would you see a Star Wars show in the style of more lighthearted sitcom style? And if so, what would it be about? Oh man, I would love that. I miss the sitcoms that, like we grew up on. I mean, they still have new sitcoms coming out all the time, but like with the laugh track and the studio.
I would be highly, highly skeptical of that. I'll be honest. I don't think I would be into it, but I also know, like, Mark from the Temple Institute keeps trying to get me to watch Lower Decks from Star Trek, and that's a comedy sitcom kind of thing. I think as long as they treated it like that, if it were kind of a Robot Chicken-esque almost, like, we're gonna have fun with this universe, poke fun at it, but in a good-natured way, something like that I would be down for. But if they were like, this is a canon sitcom telling the story of whatever, I don't know about that.
Okay, so just to go back real quick, it was literally someone wrote "wow" when it was received. That's why it's called that. Also, Nerdy Nightly's in the chat.
Hey,
What's up?
Nerdy.
I like what Jari Carlin in chat said. R2D2 telling us the story, or the Wills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that was George's original intent, was to have the droids be the storytellers.
We got so many friends in the chat. We got Scotty. What's up, Scotty? Templin's
Oh god,
here.
I summoned Mark.
Did you say his name 3 times?
No, I said Star Trek once.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he manifested.
He said, yeah, hurry up with Lower Decks. And where the hell is that flag? It should take up the entire background. That's true. We should put our new flag up.
That's true. I'll go get it.
Gotta show off our flag.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get back to business here. Benjamin GL has the next super chat. Anyone else really want a story where Ahsoka runs into Saw 5 years after Revenge of the Sith? Forrest Whitaker and Rosario Dawson would make for an amazing movie. What do you think about
Say that again?
Ahsoka running into Saw 5 years after Revenge of the Sith? As like a live action thing.
I mean, we know Saw was active in that time. That was Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order time.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. That sounds like, though, like maybe a comic or something. I don't know if there's enough there.
I don't think Rosario should be playing Ahsoka at that point. Like, I think they'd have to cast a younger version of Ahsoka.
That's a good point.
But even Forrest Whitaker, but he does look a lot like Forrest Whitaker in Fallen Order. I think they're just like, yeah, and by that point, he morphs into that version of Saw.
Crystal Crew
reunited. Oh my god.
Yeah, here's our flag.
That was a Christmas gift from Mark.
Yeah.
He actually is a nice person, despite how he acts online.
What was Crystal Crew? That was...
When we were at Disneyland, we all kind of splintered off, and Mark and Andy went to some crystal store.
That's right.
And became the Crystal Crew.
At first I thought that was a Squadrons thing, and I was like, wait, no, that's not right.
I was about to say almost a year ago. That's not quite true, but that was in May.
Feels like a lifetime ago. Dan Ben, thanks for the next super chat. Has Dio appeared outside of episode 9 in any canon media?
Yes. He was in Shadow of the Sith.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I was going to say, wasn't he in one of the LEGO specials, but I can't remember now.
Oh, was he? He may have been. Which is canon-ish, but he was definitely in Shadow of the Sith as Oshi's droid.
Yeah.
which was a very good book. If you haven't read it, it's long, but it was a good one. We got our Audible sent me our listen wrap up from 2022, which was mostly you, but the most listened to book was Shadow of the Sith, strictly because it's the longest one.
That book was so good. That one, like...
Yeah, you finished that one, which...
I finished a book.
I was gonna, but it's long. Like,
yeah.
Not only did you finish a book, you finished a book that was like over 500 pages or something.
Right. It just grabbed me. Like, I wasn't expecting to be as into it as I thought I would be, and it was just really good. It had everything I liked. It had, like, the original trilogy characters. It had a cool new dark side Sith. Real quick, Lightspeed Bear has been a member of the Biggs Mega Fans for 4 months now.
Thank you, Lightspeed Bear.
Yay! Congrats! We should start sending people, like, little mini flags for that.
That's a good idea. That's some good swag we could have at Celebration.
Yeah.
Do you have a flag?
Hey guys, I'm liking how you film Bad Batch content after each episode instead of binging all the screeners and then making content. Keep up the great work. Yeah, we want to be like fresh and not thinking ahead of the episode when we record content for the Bad Batch. So despite having access to later episodes, we're doing everything one episode at a time.
Yeah. I didn't want to change the way that we covered the show at all. I didn't want to watch it all and then be like, well, now I can't make speculation videos. Or they would all have to be like, oh, here's some speculation that I know is right, and try to pretend that I figured it out. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. That's dumb. And instead, I've done some speculation videos that were immediately proven wrong when I watched the following episode, and I was like, oh, okay. Oh, well. Gonna keep it.
Templin says, with the flag up, my work is done. I'm leaving now, but I don't want to see that Razor Crest operating without an emitting transponder. Crystal Crew for life.
Bye, Mark. Thanks, Mark.
Benjamin GL with another super chat here. Do you think there is a seasonal plan for Bad Batch, i.e. how Clone Wars was planned for 8 seasons? I think so. At this point, I think they got to plan that stuff ahead of time.
Especially when it comes to animation.
Yeah, and you'll see in this week's Q&A when we post it on Saturday, I had a cool idea for some stuff that could potentially come up in season 3 of the Bad Batch, so I think they probably have it planned out. Did you break something?
No, I mean, I did. But I don't know if I can fix this.
What? Did you break it that bad?
It's just... I missed a step, as I do, and now I'm trying to put it back together without taking it all apart to go back to that step, if that makes sense. Ooh, this could work. Get in there.
But yeah, I think probably 3 seasons. I kind of agree with Nerdy Nightly. I can't imagine they would do more than 4. We might get a 4th. I don't know. I think it depends on how much it connects with Mando stuff, actually. But
I think that they have an idea of what the full story will be, and they're gonna stick to that. But
yeah,
man.
Cinnamamba has the next super chat. Would you guys be okay with the idea of one of Luke's students surviving that night at the temple and having their own journey, Ahsoka style?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I'm always down for someone surviving a terrible event like that, but I don't know. Like, that would be so tragic that Luke never found that person. Like, they never reconnected.
Yeah. But I mean, we thought that Luke was the only Jedi for so long, and then they're like, just kidding, there's also Ahsoka and Kanan and Ezra and Cal Kestis, and even George Lucas in his version of the sequel trilogy talked about having Luke find other survivors of Order 66, and like, if that can happen, then yeah, we can have other survivors that we just didn't know about before.
Right.
Definitely dropped. Oh, there it is.
Oh, this is interesting. Tin Man's super chat. Can the Empire fake a clone rebellion?
Maybe. I mean,
Why would they? Well, oh, to use that like as an excuse to kill them all off or something?
yeah. I mean, yeah, I think the Empire can do a lot of different things. It's, I've brought this up before, but Charles Soule's comic, The Hidden Empire, has a really great line about how governments like the Empire need enemies. Mm-hmm. It needs its subjects to be afraid of people. So, like right now, what the most recent episode with Desix, it was like, oh, these insurgents are a threat, when really it's just people that want to live their lives independent of the Republic.
Right.
But they're like, oh, insurgents, we got to be afraid of them. So that's, if they can make the public afraid of clone troopers, then yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they would fake something like that, but
Why not?
I don't know.
The Empire? The bad guys?
Are we the
they
baddies?
would never.
No, I didn't mean it like that. Like, I just meant like that they wouldn't go to that extent, maybe. But I don't know. You never know what they're gonna do over there.
Okay, this goes like this. Now I'm trying to rebuild everything that I've already done.
Did you fix it?
Just about.
Patrick Foley has the next super chat. Speaking to the Clone Rebellion, since Tapoka City was destroyed, do you think the Clone Rebellion will happen on Mount Tantus or elsewhere for a finale?
I want Mount Tantus to come back. We also saw in season 1 that the Kaminoans have other facilities. They're kind of derelict, but they exist. That place that Cad Bane fought Fennec Shand. Mm-hmm. So there are other potential sites for a clone rebellion if that happens.
Do we know where Mount Tantus is?
On the planet Wayland.
Oh, right, because that was on the concept art or something for it.
Yeah. And there also might not be an actual clone rebellion. I mean, kind of to go back to the will the Empire fake one? They don't even have to fake one. All they have to do is be like, the clones are dangerous, and we need to get rid of the clones.
Oh yeah, they're gonna shift the narrative to support whatever it is they're trying to do. I think that would be cool though, because yeah, I can't wait to see what's going on at Mount Tantus. I still kind of think Grogu's gonna be there. That could just be me wishful thinking, but whatever. I'm gonna put it out there anyways.
You never know.
Do you remember the time where I was like, I don't think we need Grogu in animation, and now I'm like, do it.
Yeah, I do remember that.
I'm like, that might be too much. Nah, never too much.
I was the same way, but after a season of Bad Batch, I'm like, I can kind of see. I feel like they have set up some things so that if it happens, it'll be more natural.
Right. Benjamin GL says, oh my god, I just realized Mollie looks like a cross between Mon Mothma and... I don't know that word. Amaranth? Is that a character from something? I don't know.
It's sounds familiar, but I don't know.
Amaranth? Amaranth? Either way, thank you. Appreciate you.
You're assuming that Amaranth is a compliment. We know Mon Mothma is.
Oh, she's a Twitch streamer. Okay.
Okay.
I'll have to go see.
Like we were racking our brains for Star Wars things. Like, oh god, what did we forget?
Based Mollie not knowing Amaranth. Yeah, I don't watch Twitch streamers. Sorry.
We did during the pandemic. Because like
some of them.
Well,
I don't
more
know
like
any of the big ones.
So many of our friends got into Twitch streaming. Yeah. Just everyone was streaming on Twitch during the pandemic, so we were like, I guess we'll watch Twitch.
Wait, what does she stream? Is it video games? Nerdy Nightly says, please go open her content and record your reaction. Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
That makes me think it's spicy. Oh, bathtub streams. See, I've been saying we should get into that.
We got room.
It'll be me just regular, but you'll be in a bathtub.
Yeah, I love a good soak.
Any excuse to get the bubbles going. All right, well, okay, Benjamin GL sent in another very generous super chat, wants me to Google Amaranth on stream right now. LOL, this is too good content. Well, now I have to. Jill says, I'm here for Alex bathtub streams. While I do that, I will read the next super chat from Toy Art 86. Do you want to see a live-action High Republic show / movie adapt a story from Phase 1, or would you rather it be an original story? Also, I hope to meet y'all at Celebration Orlando 2024. Fingers crossed.
I was about to say, did they announce that?
It would be nice if they went back to Orlando.
Yeah, I liked Orlando. We could drive there. No, I'd rather an original story, because if they adapt anything from Phase 1, it's going to change. It will be an adaptation. Like, Star Wars fans all the time ask if we want to see an adaptation of this book or that comic. And then when one did get adapted in Tales of the Jedi, people got upset about the changes, and understandably so, especially from a representation standpoint. But anytime you adapt a story, it's going to change, and then people are going to be like, which one of these is canon? And so I'd rather avoid all that. Let the High Republic authors keep their work the way they envisioned it, and have something like The Acolyte, where it's just a brand new story.
Okay, I have seen this Twitch streamer before, but I think it was like a picture of her on Reddit, and it was like, she makes so much money in a bathtub. And I was like, good for her. Yeah, I was right. It's spicy stuff. Make that paper. But yeah, we kind of do have similar hair. I think she should play video games while she's in the bathtub. But
if you drop your controller, it's just ruined.
That's a lot of multitasking.
That does sound like the dream, though. Just like, I'd be so nervous if I were playing my Switch in the bathtub or something. Like,
Nerdy Nightly says, Alex bathtub stream feels like a Dragon Con event. Oh, this is what I was going to bring up too. Andy said, I want a Blunderdome bath stream now, if that's a thing.
They seriously considered doing it.
They
and
did joke
I'm
about
mad
that
they didn't go through with it.
Cowards.
I am struggling to find one piece. There's one piece that I need, and I don't know where it is. So I gotta make some noise real quick. Is it in the back still?
All right, let me get caught up on some of these. Oh, back to the sitcom stuff. Benjamin GL said a Star Wars sitcom would legit just be Avenue 5. I don't know what that is.
I've not seen that. I think it's a comedy sci-fi show. The name sounds kind of familiar.
The name does sound familiar.
Where the hell is this piece?
Ooh, Dan Ben is onto something. C-3PO likes a bath. We could make it about 3PO getting
An oil bath?
an oil bath. That's what I'll do. I'll dress up as 3PO. You can give me an oil bath, and we'll put it on Twitch.
It's getting weird.
But I'll be in like head to toe metal.
I don't want to give you an oil bath on camera.
You can just spritz
Off
me.
camera's fine.
Spritz me. Brian Ferreira, thanks for the next super chat. I once thought the Andor show should be a late night talk show. K2SO as a sidekick, Max Rebo as the band leader, etc. That is fantastic.
I don't
love
hate any of that.
I love that idea. It would be like, what's Conan's?
Andy Richter.
Yeah, it would be like Conan and Andy, and then the live band is there.
And
Perfect.
In the Robot Chicken sketches, they had a late night talk show as Forlom and Zuckuss. Where they were basically...
Nerdy says Avenue 5 is a show about a space cruise gone wrong.
Oh, the HBO show.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
They
Yeah.
could set it on the Star Cruiser. That's funny.
I do want to see that. I have not watched it, though. I just need to, like, look at a different... I swear, this piece is not here.
Oh, apparently Craig Ferguson had a robot sidekick on his show.
I'm still here. I'm just trying to find this piece.
Did you lose a piece?
I just opened the bag. That's impossible.
Is it under
I'm looking.
there?
No, I already looked there. I need that. If you see this. If there's another one, I'm doomed.
You'll find it. I believe in you.
There's two.
You'll find them both.
There's two of them, and I can't find one. Hold on. Okay. There's got to be another 4 bag somewhere. That's the only solution.
That's like the most frustrating thing where you're building something and you're like looking and looking and looking for the same piece, and it'll just be like right there.
Maybe the most frustrated I've ever been is when we were building that, and legitimately an entire bag was left out of the box.
Yeah.
And Lego customer service is fantastic. I called them, I told them, they were like, which bag do you need? I was like 11, I think, and they sent the whole bag, no question. I like had to give them a picture that I had the set, and I was in the middle of building it, and they were like, here you go. They shipped it out to me, but I was tearing this house apart looking for that bag.
I remember that because I was looking for it too, and I was like, did Hilo eat an entire bag of Lego?
Ah!
There you go. Okay.
That was the most dramatic thing that was gonna happen in this stream. Alex can't find a piece.
Don't sell yourself short. Something crazy might still happen. Madison Badger has the next super chat here. Thank you, Madison. R2D2 is the greatest movie character of all time. I would love to hear your favorite R2 moments. I also really, really love R2. He's definitely one of my top 5 Star Wars characters.
You used to say he was your favorite until Grogu came along.
Yeah, well, it's like R2, Grogu, Leia, Ahsoka. Like those are some of my like top favorite characters. But R2 was like the original sassy droid, and I just love that about him. He's been around for forever. We don't know what he was doing before he got discovered on that ship. What's it called?
On the Queen's ship?
The Queen's ship.
On that ship.
What was he doing?
He was just being an astromech.
Yeah.
Just hanging out.
Favorite R2 moments.
I
like when... Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's right. when I was first watching the first movie, I always loved when he would have his little like arm come out and then it would shoot into the socket. To as a kid, I don't know why, I thought that was just the coolest thing. Of like,
You were like, look at him go.
yeah, of just, I mean, he was basically being a USB stick, I guess, but we didn't have those back then. And I like that he just had to line it up and be like, Pah!
Until he puts it into a power socket and then he gets electrocuted. I like, is it in, oh god, which movie is it in? It's in Revenge of the Sith, where he sets those B2 battle droids on fire.
Oh,
So
yeah,
savage.
that's a good one. And his battle with Goldie in the Clone Wars.
So savage. Doesn't he just like rocket the thing like off a cliff or something?
They're fighting on like a big. They're fighting over an abyss, I guess.
Yeah.
And he knocks Goldie off. Maybe he sets him on fire too. I can't recall. It's been a while since we've seen that one.
Yeah, Johnny C. Books and Comics said the same thing, spraying a bunch of droids with oil and then setting them on fire. He's pretty savage. I love it. And I like that moment where he like runs into the wall and screams.
Oh, in Revenge of the Sith? Mm-hmm. I think I like all of his comedy moments. Most of mine come from the original trilogy. Or like, because when you said when he runs into the wall, I was thinking when he electrocutes himself.
Oh.
And he's just like, wow.
I always loved at the end of A New Hope when he starts dancing like this and he's so excited.
Especially because you're like, wait, did R2 die? Because he got shot in the head by Vader. And then you get to see that he's back and he's good as new and he's dancing around and Luke laughs at him.
Oh yeah, that's such a cute moment when he gets pulled out like and 3PO's like offering up his own parts to fix him. They love each other. Oh yeah, selling drinks on the sail barge.
Yeah.
Bar 2D2.
Mm-hmm.
Was great.
I think it would be difficult to find an R2 moment that isn't awesome.
Right. I love whenever he has the really deep sounding beeps that sound like farts.
I think they're labeled as raspberries on the subtitles.
Sure, we all
Blows
know.
raspberry.
We all know that's a robot fart.
He did a mouth fart.
Red Vega has the next super chat. Unrelated, but I'm getting ready to finish up a song I wrote/recorded. Hopefully I can release it pretty soon. That's awesome.
Nice.
Congrats. You'll have to let us know if you do. I want to listen to it. Alexander said, I want to build my own R2D2, Bar 2D2. We saw one at Dragon Con a few years back that was like fully functioning, could serve drinks.
I should say it wasn't R2. It was called Bar 2D2.
Oh, yeah.
But it was like a giant rolling cooler, I guess, that had different liquors inside of it. So you'd just say, like, I want a rum and Coke, and it would spray some rum into a glass and then spray some Coke into a glass, and you had your drink. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And they had a whole panel.
I've seen a lot of just not functional Bar 2D2s, but I've seen a lot of the Droid Builders Club bring that version of R2 to Dragon Con.
That's always fun to go to that area at Dragon Con. They always congregate at the same place, and they're all showing off the upgrades they added to their droids over the last year. I can't wait to meet B2 Emo in person.
I can't wait.
Someone's going to build it. And I think Jane, I don't know if Jane Dalton's in the chat or not, but Jane Dalton linked me to a video of someone doing their progress on making B2 Emo for Dragon Con, I think. So I am psyched.
I'm gonna cry.
Gonna take him home.
It's funny, the droid that I see every year at Dragon Con, that makes me want to cry is not a Star Wars droid. It's Wally.
Oh yeah, Wally's really cute there.
He's so cute, and he's always over in that area with the droid builders, and he's always like interacting with little kids. And every time I see him, I just lose my mind. Real quick, Francisco 501st, thanks for the super sticker. It's just a little guy giving a thumbs up.
Hippo thumbs up. Oh, he's got a cool guy hat on too.
Jonathan Sky has the next one here. Perhaps the Clone Wars is actually the clones fighting the Empire. Wink.
Could be the second Clone Wars.
How would Yoda say that backwards, do you think? Begun the Clone War has.
The Clone Wars have. Again.
Again. Oh, Jane says it was the guy who built an underground Incredible R3.
A what?
An underground Incredible R3.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Okay.
It's a droid builder.
Is there another bag I'm missing?
Uh-oh. Really?
Oh,
How many?
No, found it. I found it.
How many bag
alone.
fours would there be?
That
You
Teddy
don't shush me.
just went into Teddy mode from Bob's Burgers.
Darth Nicholas, thanks for the next super chat. Forget about another season of the Book of Boba Fett or a Journal of Jango Fett show. Give me the Corpus of Cassis Fett instead. Whoa, wait. Who's Cassis Fett and what's a corpus?
I think it's a... Now I can't remember if Cassis was an ancestor or a descendant.
I just had the dumbest vision of a corporate porpoise. So that's how my
Corporate
night's
porpoise,
going.
yeah.
I was like, that's definitely what that is.
Dolphin in a suit.
Got
with
it.
his little briefcase.
Yeah.
It's like Yacht or Otter.
And all of his friends are like, oh, he's all corporate now.
Yeah, he's sold out.
A corpus is a collection of written works, not a corporate porpoise.
Fine.
Someone who's an artist, please draw corporate porpoise. Something corporate porpoise.
Something
That's
corporate
what Maddie
porpoise.
said. Oh, Cassis Fett is in the KOTOR comics. Gotcha.
Okay, was a descendant or ancestor.
Bones McCoy has the next super chat. Thank you, Bones McCoy. Alex, if Disney Plus announced a Rogue Squadron series that used none of the Legends Squad Rogue Squadron members, how would you convince yourself to watch it? Sincerely, a Repcom fan that hasn't seen The Bad Batch yet.
A Republic Commando fan.
Oh, okay.
I would not have to convince myself to watch it at all. I love those books. They are very near and dear to my heart. I feel like they are one of the major reasons I got into Star Wars books in the first place. I can remember reading the first X-Wing book and thinking how awesome it was in like 4th grade. Mm-hmm.
Would you be sad though if it was like not related whatsoever and had none of those characters?
No, I'm not expecting whatever Rogue Squadron stuff they have planned. I don't think it's gonna involve the books. I hope Wedge is in it. I feel like that is maybe the one that if Wedge isn't in it, I'll be like, huh. But if they don't put Gavin Darklighter in there or Corran Horn, even though Corran is canon now thanks to the Kenobi show,
Yeah.
I'm just not getting my hopes up for it. But I love pilots, and I would be happy to meet a whole cast of new ones.
Yeah. I would obviously be excited either way because I'm not as connected to those characters and I didn't read those books, but
I love, like, just thinking through the cast. I love Oral Quirg, but I just don't think they're gonna go that route with it.
yeah.
But since you're a Republic Commando fan, I should say for Bad Batch, at least watch, I think it's the third to last episode of season 1.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's some stuff in that.
That's the one that has like the cameos of the...
Well, I was trying to be coy about it.
I mean, I am too, but I don't know how. I don't know how to be coy. Coy is not in my repertoire. Oh, Jane. Jane sent a very generous super chat in.
Oh, Jane, why?
Jane, stop it. Why? Thank you so much, Jane. Is it possible Luminara and Dooley is in Bad Batch because they go to Kashyyyk and that's where she was last known to be? I know, but Kanan says that there were rumors of her after the Clone Wars and she survives until there is Stormtrooper armor. Well, we know Jane's favorite character is Luminara, so we'll put that out there first.
I mean, yeah, I think that's possible because we know that she has to be captured.
Yeah. I forgot that they're going to go to Kashyyyk.
Yeah, it was in the trailer.
That's possible. That would be really cool, actually. I mean, honestly, the more Jedi they can fit into this story, the better. I'm so psyched for Gunji's return. But, yeah, Luminara could still be around. I didn't know Kanan says there are rumors of her.
It was when... It's like the third or fourth episode of Rebels when they're basically lured to a prison because they think Luminara is alive. And then they get there and she's like a mummy.
Yeah.
So she's been dead for a long time.
Ooh, yikes.
But the Empire kept that a secret. So... that I think that's interesting. And yeah, Luminara was on Kashyyyk in Revenge of the Sith. I think that's possible.
Yeah. I mean, for Jane's sake, I hope that happens. I hope we get the big return episode of Luminara. Wouldn't that be insane if they're like, we showed you Gunji's return, but guess what? Who else is here?
We didn't show you Luminara.
A couple people in chat, what's up, Lauren? Are talking about Hondo's return and whether or not Hondo will be in the Bad Batch. He's got to show up in something soon, right?
I'm shocked he hasn't popped up in, like, The Mandalorian also. We know that he survives all the way to the sequel trilogy era, and he's a character kind of like Forrest Whitaker who just keeps popping up in things. Mm-hmm. Or Saw Gerrera, I should say. So he just seems like that wacky character that can pop up anywhere, and I guess I should applaud that they're reserving him and they're not going wild and putting him in everything, but I want to see him interact with some of these characters.
I do too, and like they have that amazing animatronic Hondo at Galaxy's Edge, so we know someone can be put in that makeup, that prosthetic, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, they have there's an animatronic one, and they also have like a live action version of him, so come on, use it.
Yeah. Sydney Squared says Hondo and Omega would get into some trouble in all caps. I agree. I want to see that trouble on my TV.
Also, I think there is some story to tell about him at that point in time. We were just listening to the latest Force Center Q&A, and they were talking about Hondo, and things have changed for him in between the Clone Wars and Rebels. So we're seeing how the Empire is affecting, separatist planets and other worlds and stuff, but we should see how they also affect completely legitimate businessmen like Hondo.
Completely legitimate. I love this username. Charles from Accounting. Thank you for the next super chat. Do you think Savage bled his own crystal? Personally, I like to think he did because he killed 2 Jedi before he was shown with his lightsaber.
I think that's possible. And I do think he was being tutored in the ways of the Sith specifically. Like, the Inquisitors, I don't think they bled their crystals. I don't think Palpatine was like, this is a Sith rite and all of you need to go through with it.
Yeah.
I think he was just like, you're my little Force-sensitive army now. Here's a lightsaber, here's a lightsaber.
You get a lightsaber.
Yeah.
You get a lightsaber.
I think that's probably what he did for the Inquisitors. But Savage, I can see being... that they straight up call him Sith. So...
I think it would be cool if it was Mother Talzin that did it with Night Sister magic.
That'd be interesting. Yeah, because we've seen, like, the Sith version of this is how you make a red lightsaber crystal, but it doesn't have to be the only way. You just want any excuse to bring the Night Sisters in, though. And you should. They're great.
Bring them to me. Put them on my TV again. Yes. Somehow Mother Talzin returned. Oh, and then Lauren says, I mean, Sid's friend Fee is a pirate, so it only makes sense for Hondo to appear soon in something.
Agreed.
I agree. And those two would definitely get along. We haven't known Fee for very long in Bad Batch, but I bet she knows Hondo. They go way back. Patrick Foley has the next super chat. What was your favorite part of the Schmodown? Do you miss it? That show was the most niche thing on YouTube, but I still loved it, flaws and all. I do miss it.
I do too. You know, it was really stressful to compete in.
Yes. Well, yeah, specifically for Star Wars. Just because the studying got to a point that was just madness and was driving us mad, having to keep up with everything. So that studying stuff, we do not miss. Taking notes, don't miss it.
It kind of took the joy out of just watching Star Wars.
Yeah, it really did. But now I know a bunch of useless trivia about, like, really specific trivia about the movies. And Jill's right. Jill says, I found you guys because of Schmodown.
Right. That I was going to say the best thing about it was all of the people who were involved.
The friends we made along the way.
I mean, it's cheesy, but it's true.
It is.
Like, getting to go to Spectacular or any of their live events and getting to actually hang out with the people, especially since we were on the East Coast, and a lot of them pre-pandemic, you know, they were filming in the studio all the time, and so we would only get to compete when we happened to be out there. And I would contact Christian and be like, hey, we're in LA, can we do a match? And back then it was a lot more chill because it was just like, we happen to be here and we can come in and film. Like, no one super studied for the Fatal 5-Way.
No.
I mean, like, I think we did some Trivial Pursuit cards, but for the most part, we just walked into that match and played, and it was fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, just getting to go and hang out with people and meet people. Getting to lose to Sam Witwer was a lot of fun.
Getting to lose. Getting to win against him would have been even more fun, but...
Never got that chance.
Never got the chance. Yeah, the Schmodown was such a great idea for a YouTube series, and just the community that it built was like nothing else I've ever seen before. And that's what got me on the other show that I'm on, A Certain Point of View, and now I'm like the bestest of friends with everyone over there, which is hard because they live so far away. But I'm so grateful for everything that the Schmodown gave us. Not to get all sappy. Too late. Werewolf River has the next super chat here. Thank you. What would your ideal Star Wars multiverse ship be? Mine would be C-3PO and the T-800 from Terminator 2. Okay.
I got you.
Multiverse ship. So, oh man.
Like just any universe with anyone else.
3PO with the T-800. I like that.
I would say maybe like Chopper with the T-800.
Yeah. God, that opens up so many doors.
There's just, like literally anyone that's ever existed, but this I'm paralyzed by choice. I'm thinking more of friendship here, but I want to see Joel from The Last of Us and The Mandalorian hang out and just talk about their kid troubles.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, yes. Andy says Han and Indy.
I thought about that.
Boop. Make it happen.
I did think about that.
I'm trying to think of Buffy characters.
The Master and Palpatine or Snoke.
The Master deserves better, I think.
Dark Willow and Kylo Ren.
Yeah, maybe. I like her as a lesbian, though.
Oh, right.
Kylo Ren with an even longer wig. Maybe. No. Someone in chat said Hondo and Jack Sparrow. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe Ahsoka and Buffy. That would be a fun ship. They would have a lot in common, a lot to talk about.
Honestly,
Grogu and Gizmo.
Honestly,
sign me up.
Buffy and Anakin would be interesting because they're both like the chosen ones, and they would have a lot to talk about in that sense.
Yeah, that's true. He's too problematic for her. She deserves nothing but perfection.
She got that from Spike?
Don't start with me. Also, I really
You want to go there?
I really hope Chase doesn't listen to this because he's watching through Buffy for the first time. So I will text him when we're done and tell him not to watch.
Stop before this time code.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know who Spike is yet. It's fine.
Gandalf and Yoda, Memoji and Xander. What's a Memoji?
I don't know.
Grogu and Baby Groot, R2D2 and Wally, Zuko and Kylo. There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect match. Nimic and Xander.
Maybe we just do Zuko and Rey because.
Yeah. Well, yeah. B2 Emo and Wally.
B2 Emo and Doug.
Dex and
Or
Guy
Carl.
Fieri. Snape and Mace Windu. Yeah, these are all great. Nathan Drake and Cal Kestis.
That's good.
These are also good. But yeah, that would open so many doors, and I would have to really sit down and think for a while, I think, before I made a solid choice on something like that. Geralt and Mole.
I don't know much about The Witcher.
I don't either. Yeah, Dr. Aphra and Indy would make sense. 2 peas in a pod. Anakin and a therapist. There you go. Thank you, Dragonus Prime, for that one. That's what we all need. Hudsonizer has the next super chat. Best Star Wars book of 2022. I'm trying to get back into reading Star Wars books. Well, we kind of already talked about Shadow of the Sith a lot. That one was really great.
I think if I had to choose one, I'd go with Midnight Horizon. I think that's
that one was early 2022, right?
February, yeah. That one moved me greatly. I liked Padawan. I liked Shadow of the Sith was in my top tier as well. The Fallen Star wasn't my favorite of the adult novels in the High Republic, but I still really liked it.
Yeah.
But I think Midnight Horizon is probably my top pick.
That's tough. Because I liked Princess and the Scoundrel a lot, too. That was like... Again, that one and Shadow of the Sith, just being able to read stories from the original trilogy characters was such a treat. But yeah, Midnight Horizon was really good. I'm gonna go... Actually, no, I'm gonna go with Princess and the Scoundrel. That one, I think, made me feel the most feels.
You read quite a few books last year.
Look at me go! Look at me reading.
Look at you.
So smart. There were quite a few books though that I started and never finished, so there's that. But at least I gave it a shot, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's how I know that, like, oh.
that's how you
like,
know if I finish a book,
if you
yeah.
finish, I'm like, man, she really liked that.
And if I'm like ready to be on book club,
yeah,
with notes and like stuff to talk about, which, by the way, check out our Patreon.
Yeah, we're doing a book club for...
Little plug there. We do a monthly book club, like Zoom hangout for our patrons.
I think our next one will be on January 31st for the Battle of Jeddah.
Yeah.
Which is an audio book, but still counts.
Audio drama.
Sure.
What's the book in the light purple behind me? Oh, that's Queen's Hope, I think. This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did that come out last year?
Oh, yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that came out. So did Brotherhood. Brotherhood was really good. I forgot about the middle months.
Queen's Hope was good. I feel like I loved the first book of
Queen's Shadow I really liked.
The first book of that series was by far my favorite. The other two just couldn't really hold my attention as well, but if you're a fan of The Handmaidens, definitely read those.
What time is it?
7:18. We got a couple more super chats to go.
Up and...
Yeah. Oh, no one's asked about it yet, but I want to talk about the Willow finale because it was so good. I'll just put that out there before we get into it. But next up, we've got Magpie's Nest Productions. Thank you for the super chat. Do the Jedi have to surrender their lightsaber if they leave voluntarily?
It depends. Dooku did not. Ahsoka did. I don't know if she had to, but she didn't take them back and no one offered them back. But Dooku was a Jedi for so long that they were like, you're good. Like, get out of here, you scamp.
Yeah.
We're sad to see you go, but we trust you.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's like a case-by-case situation.
I think it depends on the manner of their leaving, and like I think Dooku probably came to them and said, well before he killed Yaddle, by the way, in Tales of the Jedi, he was like, I'm really struggling with the Jedi Order. I would like to leave. He left on good terms. So they let him keep his lightsaber. He was allowed to come back whenever he wanted.
Maybe he went and saw a therapist.
Yeah, not a therapist named Palpatine.
Oh no. Didn't he have 2 lightsabers though?
Dooku?
Was there
No.
something about that?
Mm-mm.
Maybe not. I thought I saw someone tweeting about that. Anyways.
I don't think so. I think he just had the one. One curved hilt, used to be blue, turned it red.
Used to be blue. You know the one. Okay, real quick. I don't want to spoil Willow, but I will just say that I really enjoyed the series, and you should definitely check it out. I don't know if it's going to get renewed for more seasons or not, but I hope it does. They kind of set it up for it, but you never know with stuff like that if it's going to be renewed. But it was such a cool mix of things for a show like that. It was fantasy, it was modern, like they had a couple of modern songs in there and like just some random modern jokes and stuff. It was really funny. Like the characters are hilarious. Borman is one of my new favorite characters.
I liked Borman a lot. I liked Borman and Graydon a lot.
I said all this on Twitter yesterday, but it had some very heavy Buffy vibes for me just because it felt like kind of like the Scooby Gang. But yeah, it was just so good and refreshing. And you don't necessarily have to have seen the movie, but I think it would help if you watched the movie.
I would agree.
Also, the movie is so much fun. Definitely watch that.
I enjoyed Willow. Didn't love it, but like I enjoyed watching it every week and would welcome another season if they renew it. So I'm down for it. But some of the modern stuff took me out of it, and some of it really worked for me. So it was just kind of.
I felt like it just, because they did it kind of from earlier on in the show, I think it worked fine. But you have to be kind of ready for it, I guess, after that.
I think it helps knowing.
Yeah. Hudsonizer, thanks for the super chat. Manifesting more real Avaros. Where could he pop back up?
Somewhere in the Clone Wars era.
Yeah.
I mean, he was away from the Jedi as far as we know when Order 66 happened, so he could be on the list of survivors.
Has he been in anything else other than that? The one, what was it? Master and Apprentice?
Master and Apprentice was his big one. I think he was in Dooku Jedi Lost a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, so good. He was like such a fun, refreshing character
I liked
to
him
read.
a lot, yeah.
Darth Nicholas, thanks for another super chat. What's your favorite Star Wars parody? For me, it's a toss-up between Blue Harvest and Spaceballs. Oh, mine's Robot Chicken, 100%.
Those are probably the ones I enjoy watching the most. They do a great job at, kind of like we were talking about earlier, they poke fun at Star Wars, but in a loving way.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I always loved Robot Chicken sketches. I never really kept up with them, but that's definitely the one that I've seen the most times. And Yariel Poof in disguise serving
Soup
cafeteria
or whatever,
food is hilarious. Palpatine going to get his haircut is hilarious. Oh, you look crazy. Like, we still quote that
we
show.
say that a lot.
Stormtrooper. It's so good. Is it streaming somewhere?
I don't know. I have the DVDs.
Yeah, you can buy the DVDs. You could probably pay to rent it, or maybe it's streaming somewhere. The Robot Chicken prune face skit is good.
Oh yeah, prune face. I love Bosk having his shoes off. And yelling at all the other bounty hunters like, it's just common courtesy.
He's just being polite.
And then they all race off to go get Han Solo, and he's putting his boots back on. He says something like, "Courtesy is its own reward, gentlemen." But he snarls it. And it's in subtitles.
Oh my god. It's so smart. Oh, Jane says it's on HBO.
Oh, nice.
I might have to do a little rewatch because now I want to.
Oh
god, we have to still watch Phineas and Ferb.
Oh yeah, that's been
We were talking about that for over a year now.
at least.
Jane has another super chat here. Thank you, Jane. Speaking of useless trivia stuck in your head, what is the name of the clone trooper who has static problems
if the answer of
on
this is
Teth?
why, I'm gonna lose it.
He's got static problems on Teth in the Clone Wars movie. That is River.
Ooh, you're close.
Riv. I want to say River,
It's
but
Old Man River.
Old Man River.
You have the first 2 letters correct. This was a Dragon Con question, and it was the question that got you third and me second.
Oh,
Because Jane.
then I should know this.
Because Marie won officially, and then Daniel was like, "We'll just keep going," and so he asked another question, and Marie didn't know it, and you didn't know it. So if he had just swapped those questions, I would have won that year. But
What is it?
Ridge.
Gosh darn
Daniel
it.
asked it.
I knew it started with an R, and
Yeah.
I knew it was like a thing in nature.
Daniel asked it in a way that was like, "What's the clone that served at the Battle of Teth and at the Siege of Mandalore that wasn't Rex?" or something like that.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if he gave any more details than that, but it was basically like, what clone besides Rex can you hear being called out at?
Because he was
these?
in the Siege of Mandalore,
Yeah.
which was a great connection.
Just a fun, yeah. He was in the movie, and he was in the last episodes,
And then Maul kills him.
probably.
Dan V900 has the next 2 super chats. Thank you. Do you think it was disrespectful to use the Tales of the Jedi name when it was just focus on Ahsoka and Dooku with the prequel era? No credit given to Tom Veitch after his death felt gross to me. Along with Kevin J. Anderson, we're not setting a story thousands of years in the past. Didn't feel authentic with using the Tales of the Jedi name.
So Tales of the Jedi were comics about Exar Kun, Ulic Qel-Droma, Nomi Sunrider. Like they were Legends comics that like me and Chris grew up on, where it was the original like thousands of years ago stories about the Jedi. I will say I didn't like them using the Tales of the Jedi name. Just it felt like a bait and switch to me. But it's only going to feel that way to a handful of fans. Like,
Yeah.
most people.
I didn't even know that
Right.
those existed.
Yeah. So, but I do get what you're saying, where the reason it has any name recognition at all is because of
Yeah.
Kevin J. Anderson and Tom Veitch.
Well, I've heard authors talk about this kind of thing before. When authors get to write for Star Wars, and Star Wars decides somewhere down the line that they want to change something or use something, they can do that. They're Star Wars. Like that. From what I have heard other authors talk about, specifically like E.K. Johnston, they're getting to play in the sandbox, and if the IP as a whole decides that they want to do something with it, then that's their right to
Yeah.
call it that
Well,
name.
it's one of those things that it's like they were completely within their legal right for it, but I don't know. I got over it pretty quick, but I did think when that leaked and it was like, oh, Tales of the Jedi, what's that going to be? And that part of that is that it leaked early, and then we got to speculate on it when in the announcement itself they were like, this is Tales of the Jedi and what it is. So the leak kind of made people wonder if we were going to do some old stories, and then it wasn't that.
Yeah. Yeah, it does kind of suck when that kind of stuff happens, but I don't know.
I'm trying to remember. We saw Kevin Anderson at Dragon Con this past year. I don't think he...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I feel like they brought up Tales of the Jedi. I don't recall him saying... I can't remember. I don't recall if he said anything about it or not. But he didn't have anything angry to say at Dragon Con.
In chat, about 600 Ewoks, which is a great name, said, meeting Kevin J. Anderson was a treat. He is so kind and never charged for his signature on a first edition Fall of the Sith Empire comic. Yeah, he seemed like a cool dude.
I don't think we've ever... Yeah, we have not met him face to face. I know we got to... I shook hands with Michael Stackpole again. Talked to Delilah Dawson a bit. But, yeah. I don't think we've ever had a bad interaction with a Star Wars author. They have all been so... gracious with their time. Mm-hmm. At Dragon Con, you sign up and you can get like a 10-minute interview with some of the authors. So I would do that, and then afterwards, if the room was empty, I remember the first time I talked to Timothy Zahn, they had to kick us out of the room because Tim just wanted to chat.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome.
He just loves talking about Thrawn stuff.
Yeah, and they had to tell Mr. Zahn, sorry, Mr. Zahn, but they need the room, you have to go. And he was just like...
He's talking your ear off.
Uh-huh, and I was loving it.
That's adorable.
It's not that, someone had to come pull me away.
Yeah. Please get your hands off of Mr. Zahn. Mm-hmm. He has places to be, things to do, books to write. Yeah. Let's see. Jeff Molson, thank you for the super chat. Yes, I loved Willow too, and I hope we get another season. Also glad to hear you're also Buffy fans. Hardcore Buffy fans. Hardcore. I can't tell you how many times I've seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but I am doing a brand new rewatch, finally. What's up, Podcast of the Wills?
Hey, Nick.
Darth Nicholas with another super chat here. We're winding down. We need to go eat some dinner soon, but we've just got a couple more. What is your favorite non-Star Wars movie starring a Star Wars actor besides Raiders of the Lost Ark?
All right, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Boom.
Some of mine are Trainspotting, Once Were Warriors. Oh, that was Tamir Morrison. And Shattered Glass, Hayden Christensen.
If I'm removing Indiana Jones completely, let me think. Any of the Cornetto Ice Cream Trilogy movies, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, World's End, starring Simon Pegg, who played Unkar Plutt. Boom.
Did it. I really liked Logan Lucky.
Yeah.
Was that the name of that
good.
movie?
Yeah.
With
Adam Driver.
With Adam Driver. He was hilarious in that. And I like whenever he gets to play kind of funny characters, because it's just such a stark difference from Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
And how stuffy he is.
Hi, Pippin.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, coming in for a third appearance.
He's back. He's back. He's like, oh, what's this? Can I knock it over?
I'm going to throw this over. He will absolutely try to knock this off the table in the middle of the week, and I'm going to have to chase him away.
Oh, look at this. I am chosen. I am the chosen one. Irish Nexus, thanks for the next super chat. Celebration this year will be my first time attending, flying over from Ireland. Who would be your most desired guests? Adam Driver?
Garrick Hagan again.
I don't think he would go, but...
If Garrick Hagan is going, I'll bring that picture, and I'll take a picture of me with him holding that picture. We'll do the nesting doll thing.
Yeah. Ryan Johnson? He didn't really have a reason to be there unless he's doing another Star Wars movie, but I just want to have a chat with him. He's like, I want in your lap now.
Timothy Oliphant. I don't think he would go.
Ooh, yeah.
He's someone that I would definitely get in line for a picture with.
Oh, Grogu. For sure.
The fact that you can't take a picture with Grogu, like, they would make much money.
They would shut the city down. They would bankrupt me and a lot of other people because I would pay any amount of money and spend any amount of time in line.
How many people do you think would have to be dragged away?
Oh, it would be a scene. I would cause a scene. 100%. Gorlax, thanks for the next super chat. You talking about Ridge made me think of how much I loved the Clone Wars movie growing up. People dunk on it now, but what do you like about it? Specifically, I love the cool music that happens suddenly in that when they're on Teth.
When they're climbing up that wall.
You're like, wait,
yeah, this is weird.
What is happening in my Star Wars right now? I love that. I love Anakin taking down all those massive droids in the beginning fight.
Okay, it's kind of one of those moments that in retrospect I like a lot more now, but it's that moment where he is sitting with Ahsoka and he's like, you never would have made it as Obi-Wan's Padawan, but you might make it as mine, and like he accepts her, and then the Ahsoka's theme starts to play, and then I start to think about Twilight of the Apprentice and that moment where her theme plays, and it's like it bookends their relationship in such a sad way.
Yeah. But
that moment hits me every time.
I like oh shoot, now I can't remember it's not TC-14, whatever the droid's name was that was with
oh yeah,
the Hutt. I can't remember now.
Jabba?
No, but like the Hutt, yeah. See, after the Schmodown...
It's like TC-70 or something. It's something similar.
Yeah.
And I know who you're talking about.
It's TC something. There's great trivia from that movie. That's what I like and remember from that. Ken Plume, thanks for the super chat. Which indie adventure would you like to sidekick in? Ooh, I like this question. For you, specifically.
I think... Temple of Doom, like, I'd love to do the minecart thing, but I don't want to be around for all the heart ripping.
Well, your heart's not going to get ripped out.
I know, but still, that would be traumatic. I'm going to go Last Crusade. They have a lot of fun. They get to ride on a Zeppelin. They get to ride on a plane.
They get to go to Italy.
They
Italy's
go to Italy.
Great.
They go to Venice. There's a train.
We did
Not that the sidekick was involved in that, but...
We did go to, in Italy, where they filmed the library scene and the little boat scene.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Are you coming over here?
Pippin is like in my lap, but he's reaching over to Alex's lap. He's like, I want both. Well, here I go. Oh, look at him. All right, I'm gonna try to wrap us up here. Chazertron 5000, thank you for the super chat. So excited that oh no, I'm gonna butcher this name. You say it.
Ki-Hee Kwan?
Yes, Ki-Hee Kwan won a Golden Globe. He seemed like such a sweet / earnest dude. Alex, as an indie fan, would you love seeing Short Round back?
Oh, for
How
sure.
would you feel about his own series?
His Golden Globe speech was so sweet. Like him pointing out Steven Spielberg, who was obviously in the audience, about to win for Fabelmans, but him talking about how like this guy took a chance on me, and then I started to wonder if that was just it, if I just got lucky once, and then here he is winning awards, and God, I hope he gets the Oscar too. But it was such a genuine and sweet speech. Yeah, I'd love to see Short Round again. He obviously said, like, people asked him the same thing, and he was like, yeah, obviously I would do a Short Round series.
I think that would work out perfectly for him to be like a kind of a new indie role model and a new teacher. Oh, Pippin's rubbing on the microphone. I wonder what that sounds like.
I hope it sounds adorable. Yeah, like, if you're gonna pass the treasure hunting adventurer mantle on to someone, make it Short Round. I like that.
Pippin ASMR. It sounds very adorable. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and listen. Pippin's just deciding to be so cute. What's going on? Oh, you went back in my lap? Or do you want to rub on my microphone? Oh, kisses. The Loss has the next super chat. How many troopers could you defeat to save Grogu?
I think that's a question for you.
Unlimited.
Unlimited?
I would try to stick with the stun option, but honestly, like, if they're trying to hurt Grogu,
I don't think you'd have it set to stun at all.
get out. Get out of here.
Get out. You get out of here.
I would slay. I would seriously, like, lay down the law. Why would they? Why?
Because he's force sensitive.
Why would anyone want to hurt him? Why, Pippin? Tell me why.
Infinite. The answer is infinite.
Alphonse Kaledo, thank you for the next super chat. Hey guys, just rewatched Revenge of the Sith, probably most fantasy-inspired film of the sequel trilogy. Wait, no. Rise of Skywalker. I see ROS and I think Revenge of the Sith. Let me start over. Just rewatched Rise of Skywalker, probably the most fantasy-inspired film in the sequel trilogy. Exegol gives big evil kingdom even Mordor vibes, and Palpatine gives major Lich vibes. Oh, from D&D.
Exegol is one of my favorite things about The Rise of Skywalker. I love that place. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Oh.
You do, little Pippin.
Oh my goodness, he's being so cute. Yeah, there is a lot of cool, like, fantasy feeling aspects of that movie. That's a good point.
Yeah. Exegol, well done. The giant statues and the elevator and the giant chains, so cool.
Doomslayer says, more videos on the channel that are nothing but videos of Pippin without commentary, please.
Hey, if he could just sit here and be cute and rub on the microphone for an hour, I'd do it. But he won't do that.
He charges too much for that.
And he would definitely knock this off the table.
Well, that is going to wrap it up for us tonight for this LEGO stream. We had a lot more viewers today, and I'm going to chalk it up to the new thumbnail. That's what I'm going to do. And thank you all so much for all of your very generous super chats. You guys are amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much.
We couldn't do this stuff if it weren't for you all, so we are thankful for that. Pippin is thankful that you guys are keeping food in his bowl. And yeah, we'll be back next week to build more Lego. We're going to do another Bad Batch stream next week.
I'm planning on starting my, not final, but my final before Jedi Survivor playthrough of Fallen Order. I'm going to stream that starting next week. That's my plan.
Did you decide on a day? I guess we
Tuesday,
have to.
probably.
Tuesday is kind of like our only choice there. But yeah. Yay! More Fallen Order. But yeah, we're going to go grab some dinner. Thank you guys again, and we'll see you all next week.
Bye. Thank you.